ladies and gentlemen, please be mindful that there are two calendars. If you don't initially hear your name, do not have an issue, because we'll get to you. All right. All right. So, first name on the bond forfeiture calendar is Brooks, Melissa Brooks. That case is closed. Next name is Sinitra Dawson. That case is closed. Next case on the calendar is Marvin Lester Dupree. That case is closed. Devyani Jackson. Devyani Jackson. This forfeiture of recognizance has been filed in this case, and Mr. Jackson remains wanted.
She's in the courtroom, Your Honor.
Oh. All right, Devyani Jackson, come forward.
Hello.
Hello. So, Ms. Jackson, have you been in contact with your attorneys, Lister Holton Dennis?
No.
Oh, well, ma'am, there's an arrest warrant out for you.
For me?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Because you've missed court.
When?
Your last court notice was returned on July 24th of 2025. So you didn't update your address. Have you moved since the arrest?
No.
You're still at the same address?
Yeah, 7960 Glen Iris Drive, Riverdale, Georgia.
All right, can I have somebody from the clerk's office verify that address? And you're Dev, D-E-V, Yanni, Y-A-N-I, Jackson?
Yes.
Your Honor, we actually have two addresses on file. There's a 921 Howell Mill Road Northwest in Atlanta, and then there's a 7960 Glen Iris Drive in Riverdale address. We have two addresses on file. And also, Your Honor, it appears that she has satisfied her bench warrant. It appears that she's OTV. That bench warrant was requested back in March, and she was arrested on March 14th and bonded out on March 15th. So she actually did satisfy that bench warrant, Your Honor.
Okay, is there a way to get rid of the other address in the file?
Yes, Your Honor. Once she's finished with us here, she can go downstairs to the first floor to the clerk's office and complete a form and present her ID. And at that moment, we'll use whatever address she uses. Just confirming that she showed her ID to verify that she is who she is, and then we would update it to the address that she lists on that form.
Okay, so Ms. Jackson, you haven't been in contact with your attorneys at all?
No, the last time I came to court, they had got my phone number and stuff. He said he would call me, and he haven't.
Okay, but you didn't call them?
No, he didn't even give me a phone number. He asked for my email and my phone number.
Okay, can you ask the deputy in the courtroom if there's some paper and pen available? Deputy, do you have a calendar? I'm sorry?
Yes, ma'am, I have a calendar.
Okay, can you give her the phone number listed for Lister Holton Dennis on the calendar? So, Ms. Jackson, you need to contact them today, okay?
Okay.
And let me write down your case number. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
2022 CR 00616. Okay, so two things you need to do. First thing is go downstairs with your ID to the first floor, the state court clerk's office, If you go on the first floor, when you come through the double doors, go to your left and it's at the end of the hall. Go through the double doors into the clerk's office and they will make sure that your address is correct and the notices are being sent to the correct address, okay?
Okay,
And then the second thing you need to do is contact Lister Holton Dennis and let them know that you have a case pending and y'all need to get that resolved. Because this looks like something that we can, that you can probably get resolved on a plea calendar as opposed to going to trial. But if you want to go to trial, you still got to get in touch with your attorneys.
okay,
All right.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, for anybody listening, if you got a case that hasn't come up in a long time, you need to ask some questions because if we're sending out notices and you're not getting anything and it's been pending for a long time, that may mean that the address hasn't been updated. That might be your fault, that might be our fault, but whosever fault it is, you will bear the consequences because we only send the address to what's on file. So please don't run the risk of being arrested because you didn't keep your address up to date, or when you haven't heard something, you just assume that the case has gone away, because that's all right. So Ms. Jackson, do you have any questions for the court? I'm sorry, ma'am. Do you have any questions for me?
No,
Okay, so first thing first, go down to the first floor, make sure your address is correct, show them your ID. And then your second thing, call Lister Holton Dennis and let them update them as to what is going on with your case, okay?
okay,
All right, thank you, ma'am.
all right, thank you.
Hey, Judge, it's Tom Barton. I've got an announcement when you're ready.
Okay, Mr. Barton, we excused you because you had a conflict.
Okay, good. Well, you know what flows downhill, it never landed on me. So I didn't get that, but that's okay. I'm here. I'm Mr. Willis. We just had a reset because we're still working on the video in that case. We got a very nice email from the solicitor's office saying they were still working on getting the video from the agency. So we will report back when we know more, Judge.
So I have an October 6th date for Mr. Willis.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Judge. We should get it worked out by then. We've got other discovery, otherwise we've got that, okay?
Okay, and who else did you have?
Judge, that was it. Justin Will on the case today.
All right, well then it's October 6th.
Okay, thank you so much. See you next time.
All right, thank you, sir. Be safe. All right, so the next person is Bobby Quinny Morrow Jr.
Yes, Your Honor, he's in the courtroom.
All right, so Mr. Morrow.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on up for me. Okay, somebody filed a motion to set aside bond forfeiture. So Mr. Morrow, is Miss
Yes, Your Honor.
Rivera?
Yes, Your Honor. This is similar like the previous defendant. There was a bench warrant that was issued. However, he is OTB now. He did satisfy that bench warrant. So he's no longer actively wanted.
All right, the issue, Mr. Morrow, is you don't have an attorney. And so two things need to happen. One, you need to go downstairs to the clerk's office and verify your address with your ID so that we can make sure that your notices are going to the correct location. Because otherwise, if they're being sent to a wrong address, until we know it's another address, that's where they're going to keep going and you'll miss court and run the risk of having a bench warrant. So first things first, you're going to go downstairs to the clerk's office on the first floor, come through the hallway, come through the double doors into the first floor hallway, go to your left, and the clerk's office will be there. The second thing you need to do, sir, is let me know what's going on with representation. This is a criminal trespass case. 12 months in jail, a $5,000 fine are the maximum penalties that you could get on this case. So if you wish to have an attorney assist you, then I need to know that in order to appoint one. Or if you have hired an attorney, then you need to let me know who that is.
No, ma'am. I'm defending myself, and my address is the same that I've been sending all the info to.
Okay, so just verify your address before you leave the building with the first at the first floor with clerk. And that way, because the forfeiture, I guess, came up because at some point you missed the court date. The second thing is, so you're going to represent yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you do not to have an attorney appointed to you.
I'm good, ma'am. Thank you.
Are you over the age of 21?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so sir, you have the opportunity to speak with the state and to request what is called discovery from the state, which is the information that they're required by law to provide for you in order to help with your defense in this case. But that request has to be made in writing. It just is, you can put it on a blank piece of paper, and you are requesting the discovery in your case. Do you need your case number, sir?
I have all that information, which I've been sent to me. It got my case number and everything, but I wouldn't mind writing it down.
Okay, so here's what I'm asking you to do is kind of get this done before you leave the building so that it doesn't linger. So if you want to go get a piece of paper out of the copier and write all this down, you can present that to the clerk's office.
I just get my case number.
Okay, 2022 CR 00552. All right. In order to request your discovery, it has to be a written request. So you just ask for discovery in your case, and that you are representing yourself. You can give that to the Solicitor General's office, which is right down the hall. At the end of the hall, if you come out of the courtroom and you turn right and you go to the end of the hall before you get to the vending machines in that hallway, go to the Solicitor General's office and you can make a request for discovery, and they will turn over any information that they're required to turn over so that you can prepare your defense. All right.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay, check the mail for your next court date.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, you're free to go at this time. Adrian Della Flora Nash.
Good morning, or afternoon, Your Honor. John Tucker for Ms. Nash. We have filed a motion to set aside bench warrant. She was represented by another attorney. I think this case came up in March, and neither he nor she were present. She's living in California, and so it's very expensive for her to fly out here. But yes, we have filed a motion to lift the bench warrant. I'm representing her now. I believe it's been scheduled for a hearing on the motion for September 17th.
Okay, so this is the motion that is pending on September 17th is the motion to lift the bench warrant.
Correct.
Has she changed her address such that she's getting the notices?
I believe she has, but I'll double check on that. She's actually returned to her hometown in California, but I can make sure that the clerk's office has the correct address and
Okay,
I'll change the address.
they have a new, easier procedure. So they have a QR code that is on their website that will allow someone to scan the QR code and follow the prompts to do what's necessary to change their address. Am I correct, Ms. Rivadeneira?
Yes, Your Honor, you're correct.
I'm cooking with grease today. So just go ahead and make sure she does that. If the state does not have an objection, I'm willing to issue a bench warrant set aside now that Mr. Tucker is involved in the case and has entered an appearance and made an appearance before the court.
No objection from the state, Your Honor.
All right, if you all will prepare a bench warrant set aside, I'll sign that. Mr. Tucker, go ahead and ask Ms. Nash if she will look on the website to find the QR code and make the adjustment to her address so that all of the future notices come to you as her attorney and to her directly. And then please make sure that you continue to speak with the state to see if this matter can be resolved.
Hello, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I have. Thank you.
All right, next case is Martika Darshell Neal. This case is closed. All right, Samantha Denise Orange. This case is closed. All right, next case is Terrence Vince Raymond. Lee Reed is the attorney of record. The last waiver was signed on June 10th. My understanding is that this case is on a criminal motions calendar for December 11th of 2025, and the forfeiture of recognizance had been filed.
It's going to
Anything?
request, it's going to request a rule absolute, Your Honor.
All right. I don't believe I've signed anything in this case. Rule absolute will be granted. Janice Ward.
Right here.
Ms. Ward is present. Ms. Ward, you're represented by the law firm of Lister, Holt, and Dennis. Have you contacted your attorneys?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Do you have the ability to contact your attorneys?
I didn't even know I was represented by anybody, to be honest.
Okay. So
I don't know.
what has probably happened is you may have moved since the address that we have, but you didn't update your address. So a bench warrant issued, and you haven't been able to speak with your attorney because you haven't made it back to court at any point.
Right.
All right. So if you can go on the Clayton County State Court Clerk website, and there's a QR code that will allow you to change your address and update your address. And you need to do that because every time a court notice goes out, we will send it to the address on record. If you miss the court notices, an arrest warrant will issue.
Okay.
All right. So you also need to contact the law firm of Lister, Holt, and Dennis. Do you want to write down your case number?
I can do that. Right out.
Because they just returned a court notice on July 23rd, 2025.
Okay. I am ready.
Okay, so Ms. Ward, your case number is 2022, C as in cat, R as in Robert, 00551.
Okay.
All right, and you're with the law firm of Lister, Lister, Holt, Holt, and Dennis, Dennis. The number is 770-210-8200.
Okay.
All right, so two things. One, as soon as you are excused from court, you need to go to the state court clerk's office website for Clayton County. So that's Clayton County State Court. The way you know you are in the right place, the clerk of court, her name is Tiki Brown, Tiki Brown. So if you see her name, you know you're in the right place.
Okay.
All right. There's a QR code that you need to activate, and they will walk you through the process of updating your address.
All right.
Okay, you need to do that today. Does the state have an objection to a bench warrant set aside being issued in this case?
It does not, Your Honor.
All right. So the court is going to set aside the bench warrant in your case. But you need to make sure that you do get in touch with your attorney, that you do change your address, and then that should put you back on better footing, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Your
So,
Honor,
yes?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, just one more thing. She appears to be on Your Honor's arraignment calendar for Thursday, August 28th at 10 o'clock. So she is currently on the arraignment calendar, Your Honor, if you would like to let her know.
Yes. You said 10 a.m.?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So, Ms. Ward,
Mm-hmm.
the notice that you missed is for this calendar, but so you don't miss court, you're going to come back in using the same sign-in that you used today. You're
Okay.
going to come back into court on August 28th at 10 a.m.
Okay.
You writing that down?
I got the notice. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you got that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I
Oh,
updated my address. I think I was arrested for this back in May, and I updated my address then.
okay, because I just want you to be sure, check it because a court notice came back to us on 7/23 of 2025, but that might have been our fault. But I just want to make sure you check and make sure that you're okay with the address we have on file.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, but you will be in court on August 28th at 10 a.m. and you can come by video just like today.
Okay.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Rudenier. Brittany Ann Wilson, that case is closed. And Darius Deontay Woods. Mr. Woods is listed as wanted and a surety has been filed. All right, so that concludes the bond forfeiture calendar. We'll go over it. Brooks is closed, Dawson closed, Dupree closed, Jackson appeared, is going to update the address and get in touch with her attorney. With the attorney, Morrow appeared, is going to represent himself. Nash is an attorney appeared on her behalf. She's going to update her address. Neal is closed. Orange is closed. Raymond is a rule absolute. Ward will appear on August 28th. Bench warrant set aside, and she will update her address or check to make sure the correct address is on file. Wilson is closed, and Woods is a surety.
Your Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Dupree is here. He's clear to go. He just want to know when you said close, what did that mean?
That means, Mr. Dupree, that your case has been resolved. The state has issued a no pros in your case. It was closed on July 1st, 2025. And it looks like you even may have entered a plea to a simple battery on that case. And so whatever you were told to do on July 1st, 2025, continue to do that and your case is closed.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, the next calendar is the civil crossing guard and red light calendar. I'm going to call that calendar at this time. Please make sure that you let me know if you hear your name. Ahmad Asir Al-Khuzai. Ahmad Asir Al-Khuzai.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would request that the appeal be denied. No one has answered.
Last call for Al-Khuzai. Appeal denied. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just explain. So the civil calendar, this is if you get one of those automatic tickets where you went through a light, you passed a school bus. These are cases where there was an automatic adjudication of your case. You have an opportunity to appeal that adjudication if you do not believe that it was you, or if you don't believe that you were in fact guilty of the offense. I will allow you to speak with the state. If you all can resolve your case, fine. If you cannot, I will review whatever video evidence is available and we can have a hearing on the issue. All right. The next case is Keisha Buchanan. Keisha Buchanan.
Your Honor, state's reviewed this video. State requests that the appeal be granted.
All right, the appeal will be granted in this case. Ms. Buchanan will not be held responsible for the citation. Marjorie Celestin. Marie Celestin.
Same announcement, Your Honor. State's going to request the appeal be granted. I have reviewed the video.
All right, the appeal will be granted in Ms. Celestin's case. Next is Jayana Chestnut. Jayana Chestnut.
Your Honor, the state's reviewed the affidavit by Ms. Chestnut, the vehicle. Since there's no way to determine who the person actually driving the vehicle at the time was, state's going to request the appeal be granted.
The appeal will be granted. So Chestnut appeal is granted. Ladies and gentlemen, if I grant your appeal, that means you have appeared. The state has already reviewed the information and they're willing to ask the court to grant the appeal so that you do not have to pay the citation and the citation will not be held against you. Okay, Janet Fish. Janet Fish. Janet Fish, last call.
Your Honor, state's going to request that the appeal be denied.
Appeal will be denied in that case. Next is William Paul Hunt. William Paul Hunt, and that's
Your
Hunt
Honor,
with
Your
an
Honor,
E.
there was an affidavit filed in this. State's going to request the appeal be granted.
All right, the appeal in this case will be granted. Mr. Hunt, you're free to go. You will not be held responsible for the citation.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Latricia Daniel Joseph. Latricia Joseph.
I'm here.
All right, Ms. Joseph is present.
Your Honor, state's ready at the court's convenience on this. If Ms. Joseph would like to dispute the offense.
I'm sorry, the state is what? You glitched.
State is ready if the court would like to review the evidence. Because
All right.
would like to review the evidence.
Ms. Joseph, please turn on your camera for me. All right, so Ms. Joseph, this is the case 2025 CG 00520. The state is wanting to, they've reviewed the evidence. They believe that you're responsible for the citation. And if you wish, I can review that information.
I'm sorry, if I wish you could review what the video?
So, yes, ma'am.
I mean, I guess.
Okay, so you're asking, you filed an appeal.
Yes, ma'am.
And your appeal is based on, you believe that either you weren't driving or you didn't do what the citation says you did?
Not necessarily. I'm not saying that I didn't do it. It was a complete mistake. I have 2 kids myself. I don't just run school bus lights. And I'm not trying to dismiss my behavior. But however, these school buses, they ride with the yellow lights flashing all the way down the street. And so you don't really necessarily know when they're going to stop. I'm just asking that I could get like a payment plan or a reduction in fines. I don't have $1,000. I'm just fresh through a divorce, single mom of 2. I don't have it. So.
I got you. Unfortunately, the legislature has made it much more difficult because of how stringent that they made the law. But listen to me. I'm willing to give you 90 days to pay the citation if you wish to do that.
I mean, I can try. I don't have an extra. I'm barely paying rent. I don't have an extra $1,000. So, I mean, I can try to pay it in 90 days. But if in 90 days I don't pay, what happens? I go to jail?
No, ma'am. There's civil penalties. And the civil penalties might include, oh gosh, I'm blanking. Mr. Tipton.
Your Honor, the civil penalty would be a suspension of her registration or the inability of her to renew her tags.
I'm a 100% able vet. I don't have a job. Like, this is.
I got you. Well, I'm gonna just tell you, a lot of people who come before me who say they don't have a job, we got plenty jobs in county government. Clayton County needs people. DeKalb County needs people. Not that I'm, pushing for DeKalb, Fulton, but wherever you're working.
I'm a full-time student. I'm 100% disabled vet. I just left the Navy. I'm full in cybersecurity. So I just, it's not that I don't want a job.
I'm just offering. I got you.
A lot going on.
I got you. So, but everybody, and if anybody mentions that they need a job, I think a lot of times people aren't aware that county government has jobs and we're always looking for people. So,
Your Honor,
I just happened to mention it.
Your Honor, sorry to interrupt, but could we reset Miss Joseph to give her a little more time to save up and then make it 90 days after the reset date?
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you for your service, Miss Joseph. I'll accept Mr. Tipton's request. So if Miss Riverdenier, if we could get this a reset, maybe about 60 days out, and then that'll give her the opportunity to kind of work on putting some money aside for the fines and fees. And then Miss Joseph, when you come back, then you'll have additional time to pay, but just be mindful that whatever a little bit you can set aside, because the legislature really has made it much more stringent for the judges and for the individuals.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you, Mr. Tipton.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Tamika Owolabi.
Your Honor, state's going to ask that this appeal be granted. After reviewing the video footage, it's impossible to determine which vehicle is Miss Olawabi's.
Okay, Ms. Owolabi, your case will, your appeal will be granted and you're free to go at this time. Jeannie Stevens. Ms. Stevens.
Your Honor, if I may have one moment to review.
I saw Ms. Stevens. Let me ask her to unmute. She may be having technical difficulties.
Yeah, I'm having trouble.
That's okay.
Okay, am I unmuted now?
You are. Did you see the prompt for the video?
Yep,
There you
okay.
are. Okay. So
Sorry.
that's no problem. Mr. Tipton is reviewing and get back to us in a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, they have these handy prompts that I can send you when you're having trouble unmuting and
Okay.
So I'm learning
I was a
how
little
to.
worried for a minute there that I was.
No, I saw you. I'm learning how to guide people through this, but it took me a minute.
Your Honor, I've got Miss Stevens's video up and ready at the court's pleasure.
Right.
Looking at it, I think that Miss Stevens is liable for what occurred.
All right, Ms. Stevens, would you like for me to review the video with you?
Yes, I'm wondering why I couldn't view that video prior to now. You know, I did go on.
You know,
Can you
it's
hear
a
me?
third-party company that runs it, and so I've been able to, like, when I've had the opportunity to go online and look at them, I can see it, but sometimes I've heard that people have glitches.
Yeah, I went online a couple different times trying to see if there was, was a video because it said additional video or photos or whatever, and I didn't see anything. But yeah, I mean, definitely we can definitely look at that. I just I wish it would have been available to me before.
Okay. Mr. Tipton, we can share screen when you're ready, sir.
Your Honor. Okay, is Your Honor ready?
I am.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Stevens, can you see it?
Yep, I can.
Your
Okay.
Honor, Miss Stevens' car is the white car behind the truck.
Okay. All right. You want to tell me what you were thinking at this point, Ms. Stevens?
Well, yeah, I have a whole statement prepared. First of all, I do want to say that this is the first offense or violation of this kind that I've ever had, or my vehicle's ever gotten, any vehicle I've ever driven or owned. I was in the state of Illinois, I was a school bus driver, ironically, for 3 years. I care a lot about, and I'm a mother of 3, so I do care a lot about the bus and child safety. This is not something that I take lightly. I've actually had to turn people in for running school bus stop signs myself. I'm out of state. I live in Illinois. I've lived in Illinois pretty much my entire life, and except for when my husband was in the service. In Illinois and my neighboring state of Missouri, Iowa, the law is different. And unfortunately, I have special training in the law. So, the law here is.
Attorneys, Ms. Stevens?
Huh?
Are you one of those attorneys?
With
you said
what? I'm
special
sorry.
training in the law. Are you an attorney?
No. Special training, bus driver training.
Okay.
Yeah. So, we take tests that we know the law regarding these things.
It's different. I think it's different from state to state, but the wrinkle here in Georgia is that if there is no physical median that separates the oncoming lane with the lane that you're traveling in, then you have to stop. And it doesn't matter how many lanes are spread across. So in this case, there was just lines, so there was no physical median. And the
Right.
bus was stopped, as you
Right.
were approaching, so.
Yeah, and I do understand that. I mean, obviously, when I got this notice, first thing is the $1,000. I mean, I really freaked me out. But I mean, of course, I looked this up and then found out. And educational purposes, I mean, if I would have gotten a $250 fine, I would have been like, oh my God, and I would have, also, I mean, I definitely would have learned my lesson, that Georgia is different. So it definitely has me kind of rethinking also some anxiety in regards to this. I did want to mention special circumstances that day. Um, I was traveling with my elderly father. So not only do I have this background, but I was traveling with my elderly father. We we were on the highway, got into Atlanta during rush hour. And we were diverted off the highway because the traffic was stopped. Um, very stressful situation. I was in an unfamiliar area on unfamiliar roads, trying to juggle watching local speed limits, traffic lights, street signs, trying to navigate, make sure that, other cars. So if I have to switch lanes to make turns to navigate around, we spent 3 hours. So not only was it stressful at the time, we spent 3 hours making no progress in town. Eventually got back on the highway and we were able to carry on with the trip. And getting this in the mail, like I said, I guess I'm asking for some leniency on this under the circumstances. If anybody's ever traveled with an elderly parent, he doesn't hear directions himself very well when I'm giving directions to him. And for me, he's not helpful. He wasn't helpful. He would say something too late and it'd be more distraction more than anything. So, you know, um, I mean, it is what it is. It's just that, I do have a job, but I am a seasonal employee. I have to stretch my money over when I'm not working, which currently I'm not. I won't be going back to work until January. And the special circumstances of um, being out of state, I'm 54 years old. I've had my driver's license a long time, and again, have driven a school bus for 3 years. So that's the reason I'm here. Is it's just pretty traumatic getting $1,000 something in the mail where you're now, it kind of upends your like confidence in driving. And huge, um I didn't know that, you know I can't imagine. I don't know the exact moment, of course, but I don't know if during that time, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I mean, I wouldn't have thought I was breaking the law, first of all, if I'd seen the arm, but I don't know that I had. There were no other um cars stopped. The truck that's there is in the turn lane, which wouldn't have like triggered anything with me. I know that if there were other cars stopped, or obviously if I had seen children cross, I mean, you react in those situations. I think that's pretty natural, and what you're looking for. But circumstances are, I mean, just yeah, I think a little different here. And so that's it. I'm sorry, I'm going on and on, but that's pretty much the gist of what I wanted to say.
Well, ma'am, I can't, since July 1st of 2024, this is considered a misdemeanor of a high and aggravated nature. The minimum fine is $1,000, and there is the possibility of jail time, but, um, I can give you 90 days to pay.
Okay.
Your Honor, could we do the same thing we did with Miss Joseph and reschedule her about 60 days out, then give her 90 days from that date?
Sure. All right, so we'll reset you for 60 days. Go ahead and start saving money.
Okay, so does that mean Do I have to come back, like log back in thing in 60
You'll get-
days?
You'll get a notice.
Okay. All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, the next person on the calendar is Tan Ben T Bo. Tan Ben T Bo.
Your Honor, he came in the courtroom, but I didn't have this calendar. So I think he was trying to go to the next courthouse, the next courtroom, but I don't see him. I went out there looking for him.
All right, can we reset Mr. Vo and give him notice on that same calendar? So that, because if he was here, I don't want him to be penalized if he was confused.
Yes, he was here. He came in.
All
And
right,
Your Honor, may I have a moment to review his body cam, not his body cam, his camera footage to see if it's something that just needs to be granted?
sure.
Okay, Your Honor, we'll need that reset.
All right, so that'll be reset on the same calendar as Miss Joseph and Miss Stevens. And the last case is Bertina Renee White. Bertina Renee White.
She's in the courtroom, Your Honor.
Come on up, Miss White. Mr. Timpton, have you had an opportunity to review that?
Hello.
I'm reviewing it now, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, state's going to ask that the appeal be granted. The bus's arm was not fully extended once he began to pass.
All right. So Miss White, your appeal is granted. You'll get the paperwork if you give us your email address,
Yes, ma'am.
but otherwise you're good to go at this time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so that concludes this calendar. And that is the last calendar for today. The court is adjourned. Thank you all. Thank you for your patience. All right, thank you, Deputy.
Your Honor, you have a quick.
Hold on, Mr. Tipton. What I really need to do is speak with you and Mr. Brooks. So let me set that up, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Well, let me speak to you first. So if I'll go into a breakout room and we can you can talk to me. And
Sure.
then I'll breakout room number 4. I'm sorry, number 5, and I'll go in when you go in.
Judge, are these conversations that you need myself or Miss Val present for? Or are you okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna put you in there too, Miss Powell.
Okay.
All right. Miss Val, you good?
Yes.
All right.
But yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna call
I'll call
Lauren. I got a question. I'll get with
Okay, I'll
Lauren.
call you in a little bit.
No, not for you. I had it for Lauren. I'm gonna call her.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
All right. Talk to you later.